Mumble, 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 mumble. Mumble, 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 mumble. Okay. Let's get down to business. All right. So, here I have an inequality, yes?
Yes.
Somebody read that inequality to me in English.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hallie. Right. That is -1 is less than 3, right? Okay. So this is less than. Now, put it on a graph. If you look closely, you will see that it is already on your graph. But -1, I'm going to do in a red dot. And -1, I'm going to do with a blue dot. What does this prove? This is our, I want to write that in black. This is our proof of the inequality. And what is our proof? That -1 is less than 3 because it is where? To the left on the number line. Right? Okay. Now, what happens to an inequality if we add the same number to both sides? So what was our original inequality? -1 was less than 3. Yes? Yeah. Add 2 to each side. So where does my red dot go?
It goes to the right.
Goes to the right 2. To this spot. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is my new location for my red dot. Where does my blue dot go?
To the right.
To the right as well. To my blue dots. New location. And the blue dot was added to, and the red dot was added to. Correct?
Yeah, no.
What do you see is the case? Is the new dot and the old dot still following the original inequality?
Yeah.
Yes. So what does that tell us? Stop. Think. Now, what is going to happen when we subtract? So what was our original inequality? -1 was less than 3. And this time we are going to subtract 2 and subtract 2. So I started at -3 or at +3. Now I am subtracting 2. What direction is that?
Left.
Left. -2 to a new location. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, what is happening with the blue guy?
Goes to the left.
Started there, goes left, -2 to a new location. And what does that tell us? Oh, it all disappeared on us. So, give me a sec. Close. Open. Wingardium Leviosa. Didn't come back. Oh well. No, I had it all written here, remember?
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. So what does that tell us? Now, I told you to think, now speak. What does that tell us? Sam? Doesn't change the inequality. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Addition or subtraction, because really they're the same thing. And that makes sense, doesn't it? We've just proven it with a number line, but we didn't even need a number line, did we? Because we know that this is true, this is also true of equations, aren't they? Right? Yeah? All right. What? Okay. All right. So, what we were just talking about is this right here. Here is an equation. What do I do with it?
Plus 6 and plus 6 on both sides.
If we were back in grade 5, we would actually write out plus 6, yeah? We would add the same to both sides because we want to not change the equality, right?
Yes.
If I add 6 to this side, I make that side 6 heavier. I better make this side 6 heavier or it's not going to be equal anymore, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do that and I get R equals 4, right?
Yeah.
How many correct answers are there to an equation? 1. 1 correct answer. Yeah? Now, we added to the same to both sides. Our equality didn't change. Come over to the inequality. You guys are smart kids.
Oh.
You just proved that adding doesn't change it. And you know that when you see a variable, your job is to get it by itself. So what do I do here? Amshuman.
So that means like I had plus 6 on both sides.
I do plus 6 on both sides.
What is that?
And I get R 4. Now, did I add to both sides?
Yeah.
Did I add the same number to both sides?
Yeah.
So does the inequality change? No. I can't stop there, though, because it's not done. Because how many answers are there?
More than one.
Infinite answers. 1 second. How do you show these? Well, here, 4. And it's done. What is it here? This is what we did yesterday with one more step. Amshman.
So it says R is less than 4. That means you got 4 without the 4 and 6 goes
Open circle
to the left.
to the left.
Good.
Why? Sam. R can be any number less than 4. Now, here is what you need to do in case you encounter something that is slightly confusing. You won't in the 9th grade, but this trick will work till the end of your math careers. Check with 0. 0 is easy, right?
Yeah.
What is our check? R equals 0. 0 minus 6 less than negative 2. Negative 6 less than negative 2. Is that true? Yes. So 0 must be a correct answer, yes? So my arrow has to go over 0. Does it? That arrow goes over 0. Right? So we know we're right. Right? Everybody good? And that's how easy it is. So, prove it. What are you going to do with this guy? It's written differently. You're not going to try to pull that crap that my other grade 9 students pull on me. It looks different, Mr. Myers. You can't do it. Are you? Of course not, because what's your job whenever you see a letter by itself? Whoops. Rewind. What's your job whenever you see a letter with other stuff around it? Get it by itself. You isolate the variable if you're going to use proper words, which you know I normally like to do. To isolate, that means you got to move everything away from it. How do you move something in math class? The opposite of what you see, no matter what. Remember in your warm-up, I gave you something you'd never seen before, but you knew you had to move that x minus 3 from the bottom.
Yes.
So you did the opposite of what you saw. X minus 3 was dividing, so you guys multiplied with it, right?
Yes.
Same thing here. So this is an easy one. We add 4 to both sides. Did I add? So does the inequality change? No. Graph it. What's the only number that matters? 10.
10, and then it would be a single 10 with a colored circle going to the
Closed dot.
go to the left. It's to the right.
It is to the right.
Any number greater than 10.
Uh-huh. Now, let's say you forget the shortcut that Mr. Myers taught you. If a number's first, you reverse the sign when you're graphing. The letter's first, you follow the sign when you're graphing. Let's say you forget that. So then you need to read this. 10 is less than or equal to x, which means 10 is the minimum available for x, right? So you got to go from there. Let's say you don't remember that. I just gave you a third way to check it. What's the number I said to check it with? 0. There's 0. 6 less than or equal to 0 minus 4. 6 less than minus 4. Is that true? No. So 0 can't be part of the answer. So the arrow can't go over 0. So it has to go this way. Everybody understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Sam?
When I did, in my mind, I flipped the question, and the x is greater than or equal to 10. And I read it out to myself, which means that any number is greater than or equal to 10.
Mm-hmm.
When I flip it, it makes it sound,
Yep.
it makes no sense when you read it.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Everyone's okay?
Yeah.
Great. Do those 4 or 2. Go. Make sure you graph them. First one's easy because it's got numbers on it for you. Second one's also easy. But all right. What'd you do here? Color, and which way does the arrow go? Left. Why?
Because b is less than or equal to 1.
Right. This one.
It is -5 from -2 from each side. -7 is equal to 8. Or is greater than -7 on there.
So you can put -7 where? You could.
You could, but you can also put it in the middle.
You can put it in the middle. You can put it on the left. You can put it anywhere you want. -7. What kind of dot?
It's a hollow. No. And then you go.
Why?
Right, because a is no -7 is greater than 8. is less than number. Any number less than -7.
It goes to the left. And I don't care what your reason for it is. You can either say numbers first so I don't follow the sign. You can flip it like Sam does. You can check with 0. You can read it to yourself. -7 is greater than A, so therefore A must be less than -7. Less than goes left. All of that is valid. Okay? Okay. Hallie. Okay. Colored dot means that dot is included. Open dot means it comes up to but never touches it. Okay? So because this one 1 works, doesn't it? 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So 1 has to be included because 1 works. In this one, -5, 7 plus -2 is -5, isn't it? Is -5 greater than -5? No. It's the same, isn't it? So -7 is not included because it doesn't work. Okay? The shortcut is when there's an equal sign, you color. When there isn't, you leave it blank. Okay? So this means that -7.0000000000001 is okay. 7 isn't. Understand? Is 6.999999999999999? No, because that's not 7. Because even 7's not allowed. But 7.0000001 is. Okay? Up to, but not including. That is a very important concept for you over the next couple of years. Yes? Yeah, -7.001 is accepted. But -6.99 isn't. Good? Excellent. Now, what is going to happen? Oh my good gravy. A variable on both sides. Of course you just collect like terms, because math is math. 3D plus 2 is less than 2D minus 2. What do I got to do?
-2 on both sides and then -2D on both sides.
Why 2D? Do you have to start with the letters?
No.
It'll be fine. Do you have to start with the letters? No, you don't. Do you have to start with the numbers? No, you don't. It does not matter. Okay? Even that doesn't matter. It's just easier to move the smaller one. Oops. 3D plus 2 is less than 2D minus 2. I always move the letters first. I just do. So, which is smaller, 3 or 2? So I'm going to take away 2 D's and take away 2 D's. Now, that gets rid of the letters here, which means I can't have any letters on the right, which means I can't have any numbers on the left. -2, -2. Is this all adding and subtracting? So is that going to change the arrow? No. D less than -4. And then we graph it. What's the only number that matters? -4. What kind of dot, Hallie?
That scared me.
Pardon?
No.
A non-colored one. And what direction does it go?
Any number less than.
Left. And again, I don't care what your reason is. You check with 0. Is 0 less than -4? No. So 0 can't be an answer. And my arrow doesn't go over 0, so I know I graphed it right. Gouda? Great. Do that. So, minus 2z, minus 2z, minus 1, minus 1, z less than or equal to -3. Color it. Yes, it is, Hallie. And then what direction does the arrow go?
Left.
Why?
Because it's any number less than or equal to.
Give me another reason why it goes left.
Because 3 is the maximum.
Because 3 is the maximum. Give me another reason it goes left.
Because 0 is.
Because 0 doesn't work.
Yeah.
Give me another reason it goes left.
Letters on the left side. So
Letters on the left, so I follow the sign. Everybody good?
that's good.
Sweet. Now this one, which is smaller? No! -5 is smaller than -4 because it is further to the left. Plus 5x plus 5x minus 4 minus 4. X greater than 2. There's 2. What kind of dot, Hallie? Non-shaded or open. Okay, this is a closed dot. This is an open dot. And the arrow goes?
Right.
Give me one reason.
Because 0.
0 doesn't work. Greater than 2.
Because it's minimum.
2 is a minimum.
The letters on the left side.
Letters on the left, so we follow the arrow. Everybody good?
Yep. Great.
Great. You have 15 minutes to do 5 minutes worth of work.
What? Oh. Okay, that's that.
Only, just let me double check because I think you only need to do 297 today. Go, Sophia. Go. Just let me double check. It's not actually 297. It starts on 298. And I only want you to do 298. Just the first one.
Mr. Morris, just wondering, because I've already done this. When you do multiplication, right, you have to flip the sign.
Not necessarily.
When you're doing negatives, you have to flip the sign.
Yes, and only that.
Yeah.
Same questions, but you don't have to do 304. Just 297. Also, you know you're writing a quiz Monday. And you will notice that you have a second quiz coming up 2 lessons hence. No, it would be Wednesday because Thursday you're not here. You guys have Thursday and Friday off next week. I will not say, but I have one of your parents has already booked an appointment with me. You send me an email. Send me an email so I can give them a time. Right now, 10 a.m. on Thursday and 10:15 on Thursday are already taken. So it has to be 10:30 or later on Thursday. I am not saying it aloud, but it may or may not be your parents. It may or may not be your parents?
No, you don't say.
Wait, 298.
The actual questions start on page 298, but the section of the textbook starts on 297. Because all of you remember, the first 2 or 3 questions of every assignment are thinking questions. They're not math questions, right? There are some questions on 297 at the bottom that you should be able to answer. Do you understand what I am saying? There's no math to do, but it's questions like what I just said. Why do you know the arrow goes that way? Who? Bitney?
B-I-N-T-Y.
Who is Binti? If he's from South Africa, there's a very good chance he's got AIDS. Okay, there's a very good chance she's got AIDS. I like tomatoes.
That book was really good. The Heaven Shop. It was about yeah, I read some. I read one chapter. I read all of it.
I read some chapters. Like everyone reminded me somewhere and I didn't know why.
It's so sad. He died. You know that one guy. You know the guy on the bicycle that the British grandma died.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and then there's that one guy on a bike that took her to her grandma and he had AIDS. And then like told her about AIDS. I remember that book.